Another Sunday, another hymn backstory. Today I am doing a patriotic one because it's July 3rd, and at church we're having I Love America Sunday for obvious reasons. I mean, July 4th is tomorrow, Independence Day. Um, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into our backstory today. And FYI, I'm trying not to use a book because I did a lot of research on this. A lot of it is common knowledge, so yeah, we're just going to roll with it. If I stutter or stammer a lot, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do it all from memory this week. So we're going to see. Today's backstory is the Star Spangled Banner, or our national anthem. It was written by Francis Scott Key, and I am going to look in my book, Then Sings My Soul by Robert J. Morgan, just so I have the date, 1814. So the War of 1812, that time, that's when Francis Scott Key wrote the poem, which would soon become our national anthem. And as the story goes, he went to negotiate for the release of American prisoners to the British. To the British ships he went. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, and his bargaining was going to be the British release the American prisoners, and they'll release the British prisoners on a one-to-one basis. So the British originally agreed to that. However, after Francis Scott Key went down to the hold where the American prisoners were and told them, he went back up to signing documents or whatever, and that's when the admiral or lieutenant, I can't remember, said, this is all going to be purely academic, purely just because. And Francis Scott Key was curious, like, what do you mean by that? And the admiral told him to look off in the distance, where he saw hundreds of tiny dots because they were so far away, but it was a whole British fleet coming, and the British official, he was like, if the colonists and that in Fort Henry, and that fort over there, don't lower the flag that's waving high on the rampart, the American flag, then all of the British fleets are going to bombard that fort. Francis Scott Key was shocked. He said, that's not really a military fort. There's women and children in there. You can't do that. And the British official, he said, well, they have one way out. If they lower the flag, that will mean that they surrender, and we'll stop our shelling and our bombing. And Francis Scott Key, he asked how long until the fleet gets there, and about 2.5 hours. So they wait that long, the flag still does not lower. And that's when the bombardment began. Now, I mean, multiple repetitions, some at the same time, hit the fort. And all Francis Scott Key could hear besides the bombing was the men, the American prisoners still in the hold, yelling, is the flag still up? Is the flag still up? And he would just run down, give updates periodically. And several hours into the besiege, the British official went to Francis Scott Key and told him one more thing. We're giving that fort another hour to go ahead and lower the flag. And then after that hour, all of the British guns and cannons are going to be aimed straight at the flagpole and the flag. That hour passes, and the British Navy did exactly that. Turned all of its focus right on the flag and the flagpole. And at this point, the men in the hold started praying, God, please let the flag stay where we last saw it. Please let it keep flying where we last saw it. They wanted so desperately to have their American flag fly and stay up because they were in search of freedom. Freedom from the British tyranny, freedom to worship God as they pleased. They wanted freedom. And they knew that meant their flag and their fight meant freedom. So, as soon as dawn started breaking, they could see through the mist the rampart was high enough that the flag was still there, waving proudly. Now, it was battered and torn because it had received many direct hits, both to the flag itself and to the flagpole, the rampart. And this part gives me chills. The flagpole was kind of at an awkward angle, I guess. And they're like, how can it even still be standing, even at that awkward angle? So Francis Scott Key took a rowboat, went ashore, and he found out that the reason the flag was still standing, even at that awkward angle, was because as soon as it started falling, the Patriots just started going, even though the bombs and the bullets were flying right at the flagpole and flag, and they held it up because they knew that their fight meant something. They knew that if that flag hit the ground, it would be all over. So they bravely gave their lives to defend their country, defend their flag. And as soon as the original men died, more would come in and take its place. So the flagpole was standing because it was leaning against the bodies of the patriots who knew what it meant. If the flag ever hit the ground, they knew what their fight was for. They knew they wanted freedom. And that's why they gave their lives. And that's when Francis Scott Key wrote our national anthem. And I think it was actually written before that, but not published until 1814. I'm going to have to double check that part. But yeah, so now we know this story. Just a really brief summary of the Star Spangled Banner. And I got some of the information from Then Sings My Soul by Robert J. Morgan, and also some from a video titled, and I will link it down below, The Star Spangled Banner as You've Never Heard It Before. Those are my two main sources. Like I said, most of it is common knowledge. You hear about it in every single history book. Well, not the rewritten history books, but the truthful history books. So yeah, now I'm going to try to play the Star Spangled Banner. There are 4 verses in it, and I highly, highly encourage every one of you to look up all the verse lyrics, like all 4 of them, because they all tell a story. So here we go. I ran out of storage when I was recording our story and playing it. I cut it down to where you can hear me play 3 verses of it. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see me or hear the 4th verse. But yeah, I kind of just ran out of storage space on my phone. So I need to go through and try to delete some more. But, delete some more things. Or upload them to YouTube and then delete. Like, just do unlisted or something. Anyway, yeah, just let me know if you want to hear the full song, the full hymn. And I will make a separate video recording all 4 verses. But yeah, so I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday, good week. Happy 4th of July, Independence Day. Be careful with the fireworks, and with blowing anything up. Fun fact, I want to blow up a watermelon with the fireworks, but I don't know if we'll be able to do that this year. Oh well. If we do, we do. It'll be fun. But anyway, yeah, I apologize for just kind of cutting off the way it did. But yeah, just let me know in the comments if you want to have a video of me playing all 4 verses of the Star Spangled Banner. Alright, I will see y'all next time. Bye!